support and hop in the chat and all that.
Oh, I
But
see. Yeah, yeah.
a lot of
Well,
times I'm watching y'all's replays.
well, sometimes I'm thinking, shit, like, do people even care to watch us just shoot the shit? But it's
Yeah,
fairly
no,
fun to do.
it kills the time for me. I love it, and I can always rely on your page because it's like
Yeah,
you and Matt, and a few others that I'm
yeah.
just like, I wonder if they have something new, and it'll be like 2 hours.
Listen.
I'm like, yes, I can watch it.
Nice.
This is perfect.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. We just got monetized, half monetized.
Yes, I
So
saw
that
that.
was,
Congratulations,
yeah,
friend.
that's, they don't make it easy, eh? They don't make it
No,
easy. No.
no, not at all.
I know. So we finally
We
hit it.
just reached our 500 mark, so I was really excited about that.
That's awesome. Well, you
So.
know what? What did you reach you have to get two of the criteria. Did you reach the other
Yeah,
one?
I'm halfway on both of them. So
Oh, are
that's
you?
why your
Oh,
girl's
okay.
been annoying with the reels here recently. I'm like,
Oh, you got to.
one of these has got to catch.
Yeah, because you get once you get your watch hours up, right? Like once the
Mhm.
watch hours are up. See, we were lucky. Our watch hours were really good, but our subs were
Yeah,
very slow. Like because
right.
we just had our regulars all the time,
Sure.
and we didn't really promote the podcast that much. Like I'd
Right.
make a post on Facebook or whatever, but so it was slow, and I think it was very
Yeah, shout
grassroots.
out to Carolyn Loom. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
she's freaking
she's
huge.
the one that got your watch hours.
Oh
She posts
yeah,
y'all everywhere. I
yeah.
love it.
Well, we just hit 1,200 watch hours in the last 28 days. So
Oh wow, nice.
yeah,
That's
so it's
awesome.
like, but we are pumping out. We're pumping out a lot of shows lately. So
Very
yeah,
cool. Well,
yeah,
we are definitely live. So, hello,
yeah.
everybody, and welcome to the Lucky Ones. I am here with the man behind Through the Fingers podcast, an amazing Canadian, not only promoter, but puller as well, Mr. Brian Parliament. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me on. I love
Of
it.
course. Yeah,
Yeah,
public apology. This has been in the works for so long. and,
yeah. I know we've been talking a long
I just
time.
keep and now it's happening, so I'm off the hook.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I do
yeah.
apologize that it took so long for this to actually be a thing because it's just one of
Oh,
those things where you talk about in passing and then
yeah.
you're like, oh darn, I meant to
Well,
ask. Oh yeah,
yeah. Like I've been typing to you, and we talk here and there, and yeah, it's like we're
yeah,
friends. So we should do get hop on the show, right? So
right, exactly,
yeah.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Did you like that music I made for you? Yeah.
I
I know
did,
you
yeah.
used
So,
it. I know you
yeah,
used it.
and actually, that's the other reason that I'm excited to start using Restream because I can go back to that
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Because Brian is the man behind our intro music, and I use the other song that you made for us a lot on my videos. So I don't know if
Oh,
you see like on my reels and on my
yeah, in the shorts
TikToks. Yeah, the
or something
shorts.
on
I will use
yeah.
both of those that you made for
Oh,
that.
nice. I thought they sounded good. Like they
They
matched
did.
pretty good to your show. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like
100%.
one was softer and one was more rocky, and
Right.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
mix
love
it
the
up.
rock out one. The rock out one is just it just like when I play it back and watch my matches, I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it sets the mood, right?
right,
We got
exactly.
we got asked that the other night. They're like, "Why do you always run an intro at the beginning?" I said, "You know what? It sets the mood, right? It's like if you haven't seen the show before, for one, it gives you an idea of what we're about because it shows us, on the table, arm wrestling, whatever. And then
Right,
the song, the music, if you listen to it, it actually tells a story about us, right? So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
So
ours
that's
does
why
the
I did it.
same for the lucky ones,
It
100%.
does. I know I like that one slower one. Like I know I like the slow one actually. I've
Yeah,
actually listened to that one actually and go, I like that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. It's like we're the lucky one, strong and as steel or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Strong as
Yeah.
steel.
I
Yeah,
love that song. That song's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And my daughter, I played it for her and I'm like, yeah, look. And she's like, that's awesome. I'm like, I know.
When is she gonna start arm wrestling?
She's arm wrestling. Yeah,
Is she
she
now?
won. Yeah, did you? I don't know if you've seen the match. There's a match from Armsgeddon with the M spot where I competed against Chuck Young and I
Okay.
crushed him. Yeah, my daughter was the opening match on the main card that day. And she had a match
Awesome.
and she
Okay.
won 3-0. Yeah, so she did really
Yay!
good. Yeah. Yeah, my
That's
daughter's a
awesome.
pretty good top roller. Yeah.
Nice. I think my first experience with the M spot was when Maddie pulled Jolene. So I
Yeah.
haven't gone back to see any of the other
Maddie looks
ones.
crazy, crazy strong. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mr.
No,
Peanut.
Maddie. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Peanut in the house. Um, yeah, no, Madison. My eyes. I never seen Madison pull before that. That
Really?
yeah, and she yeah. I
It
remember
was
she
funny because when I first came on the scene, like that's because we're both like northeast. I'm in
yeah,
Virginia, she's up in the Jersey area. And then back then I was the open class. I mean,
yeah,
technically, when you're a woman, you're always the open class, no matter what
yeah,
weight you
because
are.
it's you got like two or three classes, three
But
tops.
I was true open class. Like I was not pulling 154s.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, you need to get with Matt. You need to get with Matt." And so I looked her up, and I was like, "What do you mean I need to get with Matt? Like that's
Yeah.
like 4 years down the
Yeah, yeah.
road." Like,
Her dad. I want to pull her dad. So
yeah,
that's a
Steve is.
match. That's a yeah. I want that match. I would love to pull him.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know what? I think. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I was talking to her, and she said that her dad would probably say yes for sure. So I was like, well, we're gonna make it work. Yeah.
there you
He's
go.
a legend. I've actually watched him pull for years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
he's just like it probably could have been more people could have known him if there was more of the promotions back when he was really pulling all the time, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I think
he's
my
super
first
strong.
experience with him was Knuckles Up
Yeah,
2 when he
yeah,
pulled and he had just come back from all of his stuff that he was dealing with,
yeah,
and
yeah,
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 so that was really cool. That was a really
yeah,
cool
yeah,
match for sure. And then he's kind of he's been in a couple events refing and
yeah.
pulling, so I definitely see him around the scene up here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like me. He arm wrestles, he refs, he does everything. So yeah,
Definitely.
no, for sure. Yeah, I promote ref and I arm wrestle.
Yeah.
But I'm an arm wrestler first. I love arm wrestling. It's
Well, and I think that's what makes you a great promoter is you
yeah,
understand it from the athlete side and you're just in it because of the love for the sport, and that's what makes you such a good athlete and promoter and podcast host because you
yeah.
love the sport.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. That's for sure. Like you see some like I don't agree with all like I support all anybody that's trying to give us an opportunity to compete, I respect and promote. Like
Sure.
but I think some promoters they get into it for the wrong reasons and
Yeah.
realistically, you know what? If you if you put your heart and soul into promoting and you put make it just about, giving athletes an opportunity and giving them, just giving them that platform,
Yeah.
you know what? You will be very successful. But you know what? In the beginning, you got to be willing to just break even, sometimes be, maybe not even make money at all and be a little short. Like you got to be okay with that.
Oh yeah.
Um, and in the long game, everybody will respect you and want to pull at your events, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, that's one
definitely.
thing I've learned real quick. If you think you're just going to come in and just make money right away promoting, no, it doesn't.
No.
You
Our
don't.
arm wrestlers just sniff that out real quick.
Yeah, like yeah, you see, promoters forget that we decide who succeeds. The pullers do, right?
Fair. Very
And
fair.
yeah, and I mean, in reality, if you don't have the back and the respect from all the pullers, you're not going to pull good numbers. You're going to be divided. That's why I see a lot of divides, especially in the States. Like I
Hmm.
think we're more unified here.
Yeah,
What I
I'd
see in the
agree.
States, you get a lot of egotistic promoters, that they feel more threatened by other people putting on events than it being good for the sport.
Right.
And what happens is that you get divides, right?
Yeah.
It's like oh, I support this guy, I can't support him, you know what I mean? Or, you get stupid shit like that. Really, it
Or
should
the
just be,
people who just put their events on top of somebody else's
yeah,
who has
on
an
purpose.
established event. Like
Yeah,
they do, like you have one puller in the area, they do one event twice a year, and then you stick their event on top of yours, just being like, "Oh, I'm going to get all the people to show up to mine and offer bigger awards or do blah 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 blah." And
it doesn't work
that's
that way.
just no. You can wait 3 months, babe, before you do your your tournament.
Well, even I always look at it like this. Here, we're pretty active in Alberta. So
Right.
long as you schedule your event 3 weeks outside a pre-existing event,
Mhm.
no one's going to say anything because
Yeah.
likely you're going to get people that are happy because
Yeah.
they got to pull, and they can make a quick turnover and pull another event in 3 weeks. So
Or
you
they
can
couldn't
still,
make that one and they don't have
yeah,
to wait 6 months to pull again.
exactly. And you're not affecting the existing promotion that's already been doing it 3 years in a row. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
I think it's always best to reach out. You know who the promoters are, reach out, get some dates, right? And
Yeah.
then schedule your events based on that, right?
Right.
That's what. But if you
Definitely.
don't do that, then it's just make, you know what happens.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're lucky enough that we have, the arm fighters,
Yeah.
that we have down here that really like lay it out by state, what's offered, what the event is, like so promotions, and I know that was a big push when we tried to do like the United Promoter
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and which I think is important. Like
Yeah.
anytime, that we can figure out a way to better each other
Yeah.
and be together, then I mean the sport is just gonna get better. You don't have baseball teams doing this, you don't have soccer teams
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
this.
but you don't have a community. You also, no sport has the community that arm wrestling has. We have
Exactly.
the most loving, we have the most welcoming and loving community out of any sport I've ever been. I've been played many sports. Arm
Sure.
wrestling is in a league of their own that way. So
Definitely.
yeah,
100%. I
yeah,
agree with that. So
yeah.
so you talked a little bit about getting back on the table. You're doing some rehab and stuff, and how's that going? How are you feeling?
You know what? Most of my core lifts are all coming back. So
Nice.
I ripped I tore the UCL, and then I tore the flexor ligament in my elbow in half. And it was like I probably should have needed surgery, but our we have free healthcare, but it's not the quickest healthcare.
Sure.
And then I wanted to pay for it, but even paying for it, it was still a wait. So I said, I'm just going to start rehabbing now, just
Okay.
because I'm not gonna lose all of this time in case, what if they say no surgery? I don't want to wait until that moment where they say no surgery. I want to be half healed already then if there's no
Right.
surgery, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a-
I did. I started using peptides, which I'm very open about. I
Sure.
use peptides, and then a few other things like a few SARMs, amino acids, like just BCAAs and MK677, BBC 157, TB 500. These are all the names of the stuff. But
Right. Right.
I was on a regimen daily, twice a day, and I'm still am. But I went from basically, I think it was about 5 weeks ago, I had about 15 pounds of side pressure because it hurt
Right.
so bad I couldn't do anymore. And I
Sure.
the other day I got up to 60 pounds static.
Nice.
So it's coming like very
Yeah,
quick.
it's coming back
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And I was able, our gym lifts we do a lot of specific arm wrestling gym lifts where we go really heavy. And I've
Sure.
pretty much been able to get back to my weights. Like we were doing a standard strict with chains, 210 pounds. I did a set of 10 for my final set the other day. So I think I'm getting really close. It's just on the table. I just need someone that's like I have to be careful with who I'm pulling with. And
Definitely.
I just want them to hold me static and let me do whatever I want. Like,
Right.
slowly. And then I'm rehabbing that way. I mean, I talked to the doctor yesterday and I'm going for PRP shots in a couple weeks.
Oh,
So
nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about those for sure.
yeah, so I should be like, I'm thinking by Christmas, I'll be back to full training on the table. That's what
Nice.
my goal is anyway. And then by spring, I'll be competing again and be at nationals next year. So
Very cool. And your nationals are in
Moncton, New Brunswick,
New
next.
Brunswick.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be going to that nationals, and then 2027, like I'm more than likely going to the WAF nationals, right?
Okay.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. 'Cause we have two nationals. We have two nationals in 2027.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we do
have
too. So
we
we
don't normally. We only have one every year, right?
okay.
But WAF Worlds is in Ottawa, Canada,
Right.
in 2027. So we're doing
Nice.
a big nationals for that to qualify and go to that. So
True. Do you guys have a number that you guys send? Like, is it only like top two, top three?
I believe for WAF it'll be like top two.
Okay.
But CAWF, you just have to attend provincials.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So long as you go to provincials. But I mean, if you finish last, how comfortable you're going to? I would say, I got asked that. I got asked that right before, but he's like, "Well, man, I only got one pin at provincials," and I'm like, Okay, but look at it like this. You go to nationals now, there's all kinds of things like fouls, and there's all you can win all different ways. It's really strict rules, right? I said
Right.
another thing, how much can you learn pulling different guys or top level guys? You can
Exactly.
analyze their setup. You can, so you're better off to get if you're allowed to compete, don't think about losing. Think about the opportunity of learning. Like how
Sure.
much can you learn by going, right? I think a lot of people they got the misconception that, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. It's like you'll never
You're
be ready
never going
yet.
to be ready if you have
Yeah,
that mindset.
yes, agree. And like, even me, like guys were sitting in amateurs when I started, and I think I won my first event. So my first amateur event, I got first place. And then I got for about I did 11 or 12 events my first year. So I think it was like two or three events in, I said, well, if I get first place today, I'm just going to go pro
Right.
because why sit here? You know what I mean? I'm not learning anything.
Right.
So I didn't. I actually ended up getting second, but a pro, competed in the amateur and the pro that day, just for shits and giggles, and they let him do it. So it pissed me off. So I ended up losing. But I said, you know what? I lost to a pro. I might as well, go
Well,
up.
the pros. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I went to the pros, and you know what? I'm going to tell you right now the levels that I gained, like I almost gained levels too quick, and I think that's why I gotten some of these injuries because I've
Right.
went up significantly in the competition that I'm pulling.
Sure.
But it was fast tracked, like it was
Yeah.
fast tracked, and I think I recommend anybody, you know what, learn how to pull safe on the table, get a win in the amateurs, and then you know what, after that you're wasting your time in the amateurs. Just go to the pro.
Right.
Honestly, honestly,
And I think that's where the ladies luck out a little bit.
yeah,
And I know
because your
some won't agree
numbers,
with me, but
yeah,
like we only usually have open. We only usually have the option for
yeah,
pro, And so
yeah,
like when I first started, like a lot of the guys on my team were like, you need to go to tournaments that only offer amateur women's. Well, even if you go to those tournaments, there's only going to be one of you, and you're going to end up pulling the open anyway. Anyway.
yeah.
And so, like, I feel like some of the ladies, especially, the new ones, because we get so exposed to the Michelle Dugans,
Yeah,
to
yeah, for
the,
sure.
the Sarah
Yeah, Sarah
Bachmans,
Bachmans and
you know,
yeah,
all these high level ladies, the Maddie Walkers,
yeah, Maddie.
that,
She's an up and comer, that one. Yeah, I
yeah,
tell her I want to see her pull Sarah Wilson. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's a match that I've been itching for about like
Sarah's
9 months now.
been injured for a little while on her right.
Yeah, I think she's coming back though.
Yeah.
So
Oh, if she
I'm
does, she's good.
oh
She's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I miss seeing her at the Winter Blast. Wanted to go out there and see her there. And then I was hoping she'd make it to what was it? Michigan State, because I had seen her
Yeah.
at Michigan State my first year there, and we didn't get to pull. I was out obviously way before the
Yeah.
brackets would have
Oh,
let us meet up.
that's a big event, that
Oh yeah.
Michigan State one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
when
the
we were
basketball.
together, when we pulled together, we had 9 in our class, which was awesome.
That's awesome though, right? Because then
Yeah,
you're used to three, maybe.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I
Mm.
was just excited because my right arm actually surprised me and I got fourth. And then my left actually, because of the way the brackets worked, and not I shouldn't say that. Because
Shouldn't
of
say
how the
surprise.
ladies pulled and showed up, I ended up going 0 and 2 on left. So I was like, oh dang, y'all are some stiff competition because I usually don't go
Yeah.
0 and 2 on left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, but I seen you at the Arnold's and you looked really good. I thought
appreciate
I was
that.
impressed. Yeah. Like, yeah, your top roll is, yeah, it looks crisp. Yeah. So
I try, and that's all you can do. You win some, you lose some, and you learn along the
you
way.
almost
And
do the Knights move. You almost do the Knights move. You
do
know
I
what the
really?
you know what the Knights move is?
Well, I've heard
So
you guys talk about it, and I can't wait to watch
yeah,
y'all's video about it.
yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So we got
Atlantis.
yeah. Hey, Atlantis, what's up? Yeah, so the Knights move is a move that we kind of, I think a lot of people do it, but yeah, we made it a membership thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Knights
I
move.
saw.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Which we have a cool poster. See that poster behind me back there?
Uh-huh.
That is our giveaway at the end of the month. So
Nice.
yeah, yeah. So anyone that does a membership or a super chat, it's signed too. It's the East versus West 17. So it's
Ooh.
pretty cool. But anyway, I was talking about the Knights move. So the Knights move is just it's almost like just picture posting as high as you can
Right.
and resting on your tricep, but
Uh-huh.
letting your knee drop right to the floor and just be as high as possible and control center. That's the Knight's move. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got.
It,
I think that is pretty close to what I do because I mean, obviously, I'm very short, so
you
for
go high,
me,
you go
I go
really
so
high. Yeah.
high and I'm up on my tippy toes underneath the table. So
And just
yeah,
all you do is lift your foot and drop your knee and do it, and it's the Knight's move.
gotcha. I'll have to remember
Yeah.
that next time. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Ryan.
I showed a video last night. I played a clip of me doing it again. It's really effective against pressers. So if
Okay.
you know someone's going to flop press you off the go,
Yeah.
the best, I always give everyone that advice because the flop press, you don't mind, do you? I always get into bro science. So, but
Right.
anyway, the flop pressers really rely on getting you off center right away so they can apply their power. So
Sure.
when you post really high and when they hit, you just shoot straight up, you end up getting everything because they lose their own hand because they're trying to press you. But when you catch them here straight up, that's like 40, 50 pounds of pressure. So now they're stuck. Now they're like, right? If they get you here, that's like 300 pounds of pressure, right?
Right.
So the whole idea is to do the Knight's move, get really high, get everything, and they don't have any strength there, so they can't move you. So now you just wait it out, and then drop and top roll them, right?
Hmm.
So anyway, that's how I've beaten every flop presser, and I've no one beats me in the flop press. So
Nice.
it's unless they
Cool.
early start because I lost to a flop press in nationals, but the guy went like so early and got it. I was so mad.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
those false
mad.
starts, man. That's actually one foul that
It
I've
hurts
never
sometimes.
gotten
I've never
is
got a
a
false
false
start
start
either.
because
Me
I'm
either.
so stupid slow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I would almost I would actually like I'm gonna cheer probably the first time I get a false start because that means like I was actually like fast.
Well, you know what they say, if you're not false starting, you're not trying. And the
Right,
reason is really stylistically and strategically, you should be false starting professionally. So like, the reason is for one, you're putting fatigue. It's kind of dirty though. So the reason I don't like false starts, where if I'm false starting and I'm hitting hard and the other guy's not ready, I can hurt him.
right.
Right. So
That that
that's
happened to
kind
me
of
at the Arnold's a
it
couple of
happened to me at
times.
nationals. At
Yeah,
nationals, a guy and I got mad because he got the pin, but he went so damn early and I went and it hurt me. Right. And it was like, so I mean, it's kind of, but what I was getting at though, by false starting, you are putting fatigue in your opponent's arm, but you're also getting them guessing because now they realize how fast you are. So now they're like, it can really throw the opponent off. And you should be
yeah.
using
I'm well aware.
yeah.
I'm the opponent that gets thrown off.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm used to gripping and ripping. So we grip and rip, and I do really well that way. I go to nationals and I'm against guys that have been pulling 15, 20 years. Now all of a sudden I see where my level is because I thought strength wise and style wise, my level's been coming up great because I'm really strong, powerful. I can do it. I can hook, top roll, press. So I'm thinking I'm doing great. I get to nationals and the head games and just the trickery and the false starts and the this, that, the thumb getting pulled back. Like every trick in the book I was getting at nationals. So
Right,
like it was a big learning experience for me, right? And then the guy said to me after, he goes, all of it matters. The head games, everything, the trickery, the false start, everything. That's all strategy,
right.
right?
But
And it
I think
worked.
too that and sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to
No,
cut you.
no, no. I was pretty much done. Yeah, no, no. It worked though against me because I
Right,
was rookie to it.
right. And I think it's cool to experience those things so you can learn your own way,
Yeah.
your own
Yep.
way of dealing with it for
Yep.
sure. But I will say, at least at the Arnold's for the women's classes, for the ladies that placed top three in those two weight categories, right and left, they weren't the ladies that were doing that. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And so,
They were
like,
the
I mean,
ones that
it
were
is also
trying.
a respecting that when you have control and you know what you're doing and you don't have to do that on the
Yeah.
table to necessarily get what you want. I feel like that's almost I feel better seeing those ladies on the podium, to be
Yeah. Yeah.
honest. And I'm not
Well,
hating on
yeah.
anybody. You
Good.
do what you got to do on the table. Like I'm somebody who listen. I support you. Whatever you
Yeah.
decide to
But,
do, as long as you're not hating, punching,
Yeah.
cheating somebody out of money or whatever, like I'm going to support you 100%. But I do, that part of me too
Uh,
also wants to keep that good sportsmanship,
oh
especially on the
yeah.
late, at least on the ladies' side, just because it is so hard to keep women in the sport.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Well, you know what? The one guy said to me, he goes, listen, the fact they were doing that, that means they respected what they
Respect
were
you.
feeling. Yeah. Like when you were gripping up with them, they were like, okay, you know what I mean? Because if they didn't, they wouldn't have done that shit. Right. So,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah,
So
we talk about that too of like I would much rather Angie Rose flash pin me than play with me on the table and not take me serious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, exactly. That's yeah, and even us as men want that too, believe me. Yeah. There's nothing like being held like a baby and them looking at you going, "Are you ready for me to pin you?" You know, it's like, yeah, yeah. You know, even me, I've had some people that I felt in the setup. I'm like, I just catch them and then I pin them, right? I don't play with them. I don't, I could feel that they couldn't move me if they wanted to, right? But
Right.
I give them respect, right?
Sure.
They put their arm on the table, like I don't like the dehumanization that some people do. Like, you can be cocky and you can have good smack talk and everything, but
Sure.
don't demoralize somebody at the table. Like, do you know
Right.
what I mean? And I've seen
Yep.
that too, where I've seen they walk away from the table and you'd almost see like they're demoralized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't really like that shit. Right.
Right.
So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, like, have
And
fun
I
and
think
get
and I
hyped
think
up.
that's
Yeah.
what's nice about the fact that that is so not something we see a lot of in our
Hmm.
sport, because we talked about it, like this sport is so family, like we're a family, like yes, on the table, you are my competitor and my job is to pin you. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, too, like you're an arm wrestler, I'm an arm wrestler. Let's link
Yeah.
arms and skip away from the table.
Yeah.
Like we left it
Yeah.
on the table, we're good. And
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
think, when you come across those demor, like I appreciate the fact that people don't like that and don't support that and are just like, that
Yeah.
left a bad
Yeah.
taste in my mouth.
Cringy. Yeah. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
why?
it's totally cringe, guys. Don't do
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And once you make them feel like it's like that, they'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't want people not liking me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, our community is cool. Like when we started going to the States, man, that's when I really fell in love with the community because I was like, you know what? I'm here like I was in Montana and I'm like, it doesn't feel any different. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm being treated the same way, the same, like it didn't, like there
Yeah,
was no borders in that, you know what I mean? With arm wrestling. Like it just, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just the exact same, and now I got a lot of friends down there, right? In the
that's
state.
awesome.
Yeah, it's like I don't think, yeah, in arm wrestling, I think it's just a rare breed and
Hmm.
it's a good culture, So
For sure.
yeah, yeah. No, I love it. And
Yeah.
and you heard, so we did franchise in with the 98. So
Yes. Yes. So,
yes,
and I think you're the first Canadian
yes.
promotion to do that. So you're gonna be
Yeah.
98 Canada, or are you just
98
taking
through
your
the
little
fingers. 98 through the
into the
fingers.
fingers? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna just be 98 and then our promotion is through the fingers. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
do you
we're
guys
gonna
have your first tournament planned out?
I'm organizing right now. So
Okay.
nothing till 2026. So
Okay.
I even told Ryan, I said, there's no real rush because I'm just
Right.
right now, I want to plan. I got to get two conference centers and I want to do two. So I want to get two gymnasiums and then I want to use a conference center twice, the same conference center. So because
Nice.
we're going to do four events in 2026. And then we're
Very
also
cool.
going to be starting, it's going to be our like an actual league in Canada. So we'll be like our own league. So we're gonna
Nice.
it's yeah, and we're actually gonna start a new ranking system.
Woo!
We're gonna enter everything in
Doing it
through
everything.
theirs. Yeah, the Aries we're doing that, right? But
Okay.
I want to have a proper ranking system because our ranking system here right now, it's a little cheesy. Like I was explaining last night, I'll just tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Because this might be an idea down the road, right? If you
Yeah.
ever get involved in rankings, as you might remember this. So,
I'm lucky will never be involved in rankings.
oh,
That
okay.
that's not a
Okay.
thing. That is not a
Okay.
thing.
You might
It's
somehow
too much hate.
you
I'm
might
too
be able to put
sensitive.
you might have your 2 cents in there one day, though. You never know, right? So What the way it works here now is like a lot of our guys, they want to pull multiple divisions. They want to pull multiple classes. Like you have a lot of guys that are over 40. So they want to pull masters, but they still very competitive and they want to, pull the open and everything else, right? You even have guys in their 50s that pull masters, grandmasters, and the pro, right?
Right.
So the thing is with our ranking system, if I go into Masters and like I got killers, like I got Josh Bellin, I got guys that are in the top of Canada in
Yeah.
Masters here in Alberta. So I get into war, two wars, three wars, right? Now I still want to keep pulling. So I go in the pro and I do pretty good, but I get in another war. And then some guy that would never beat me that I've flashed all for my whole life, my arm's cooked now at this point. He comes in, he beats me. Well, the next day I look at the rankings, and now this guy that when I'm dead tired, he just took my rank. So we don't. It's not that I want to discredit him. Like I say, good for you, buddy. But at the same time, it's a flaw, and it's not because it happened to me. It's because I keep hearing it from fellow arm wrestlers that are very upset. They worked hard, like me. I did a super match one weekend. I had to win the super match to get the ranking, the Alberta ranking. And then 2 weeks later, I go in a tournament and I get that happened to me, right?
Yeah.
And now the same guy that I beat in the super match comes back, beats me, gets his rank back off one pull.
And yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah.
so I'll tell you the logic of what we're going to do. So with our new league, the first event is going to establish the rankings. So we're just going
Nice.
to go. First event starts it all off, right?
Are you doing a round robin style for that? Or are you
Uh,
gonna just do double
no,
elimination?
just double him. Yeah, double. Yeah, but what we're gonna do? So no, I almost got there. You jumped ahead of me. So,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. So let's say in the tournament, the second tournament comes, right? And let's say fifth, right, in the women's class. Now the girl, you had some battles or whatever, and some girl that's 11th or 15th comes up and she beats you in the tournament. You're not going to lose your rank because that rank is never going to be established by a tournament poll. So what's going to happen is because she was able to pin you in a pro class, she can put in a super match request. So all our rankings will be based on super matches after that. So if there's upsets in the tournaments, the next super match event will be all the people from that tournament. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
upsets and and stuff like that. So now she has a chance to actually get your rank in a super match, but she
Yep.
didn't get your rank pulling you in the tournament. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's how we're going to base
I
all
love
the
it.
rankings. Yeah. So we're going to felicitate or I can't say that word, but anyway, we're just going to make it. Yeah. We're going to
Facilitate. I got you.
so yeah. So we're gonna do that. Like every second month, we'll have a Friday night super match night.
Love
So
it.
and people can that's when you know what I mean, the rankings will change every second month on the Friday night. There'll be alternate well, maybe not, maybe all the people with the ranks keep them, but you know what I mean, if
Yeah.
any
You
changes
have the
happen, it'll be every.
opportunity at that point.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I think it's fair. I mean, I don't know what argument you can really put up against it because I think
Mhm.
it's the most fair way to do the rankings.
And yeah, I mean, because I actually really appreciate it because that's the way the VAL does ours. So like
Mhm.
I'm ranked number one in Virginia right now.
Mhm.
And Maddie Whitaker actually, she's not ranked currently. But she got her first pin on me at VAL, and it
Yeah,
was I pulled and won my two classes, and
yeah,
so not taking anything away from her at all, but I was
no,
like, now I can actually, if she does decide to call me out, like, okay, I'm gonna prep for it, I'm gonna be ready, and then
yeah,
if she wins in that super match, I'm gonna be
yeah,
so happy, it'll be well earned. And if I,
yeah.
and if I do defend my title, hey, sweet, I had an opportunity to do that, and I really
They do
appreciate
it
that.
that way there. They do it that way already. Wow, and I thought I
Well,
made
in
up the
here in
idea.
Virginia, here in
Oh,
Virginia,
that's awesome. That's
yeah. So
awesome.
we had. That's why I asked about the round robin because we had a
Yeah,
round robin in November of 2023, and that was my
yeah.
very first tournament ever.
Hmm.
And I had to pull all the 154 men
Oh,
in Virginia
wow.
because there's no
Yeah,
ladies
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
were there. And so I technically got number one in Virginia by default because I was the only woman that showed up. And since then, I've defended my title. So, and there's
yeah,
been
yeah.
other women that I've trained up under me, which has been amazing. So, I am really
That's fun.
excited to get other women on the list.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
we have number two right now, and hopefully Maddie will challenge and she'll get on the rankings. And so, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I
So
just looked at that comment. I finally realized what Atlanta said a long time ago. Who's the chick on the right?
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even clue into
We
it.
are, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, Brian has gotten his little chip. He is a very part of a elite group of men that have been allowed on the show. We It's very you know, you're joining people like Travis Bajent and Ryan Bowen and uh I think
Yeah.
Eric Rasay, he was on. So
Oh yeah, yeah, he's
yeah.
awesome. He's not competing. I haven't seen him at nationals in a couple of years. So
He's doing the Ottawa Open though, so he'll have the
yeah,
Bisons in November, so that'll be cool.
I know. All the auto opens awesome. I
Yeah.
think we're going. I think I might be going this year. So
Oh, cool. Very cool.
yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know if I'll be healed though. So that's the problem, right? Like when you get an injury, it's almost depressing
Right.
because it's
No.
like everything you had planned. I had super
You need to
matches
pull
I
the
had to
novice
cancel.
class.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even do that. Oh, you know what? I can pull. I'm working on my left though, so my left
There you go.
sucks. Right? I was always my money arm's my right, so
Okay.
everything's been my right arm. But now since I've been injured at practice, I'm pulling left now and stuff. And I competed left at nationals too, but I went up against two beasts right away. I lost both the matches. So,
Right.
but it was my first time pulling. No, my second time pulling left-handed was nationals. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
see, that's the my left is the money lucky lefty. That's what she's
nice.
called, and she's
Yeah.
been my tried and true throughout the
Nice.
last year and a half I've been arm wrestling, and right's just kind of there.
Yeah, well, that's how my left was, right? But my left does feel like it's a lot different than my right. I think that's the hardest part is learning the
Yeah,
differences and where I and how I should train it versus my right.
sure.
Yeah, I'm just figuring it out. But my right, I think when it gets on the mend, I got some. I want to make. I'm going to start going to these East versus West qualifiers with Sean and Matt and see
Nice.
to see how I fare. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Are you gonna qualify then for the Arnolds?
They have a
Or have
qualifier
you?
here, and actually Jody's going. I think it's coming up in
It's the
like
King and Queen of the North,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I think Peyton and Charlotte are gonna
Yeah,
be at that one. So
Peyton
that's really
Pickering.
cool. Yep.
Yeah,
Peyton and
she's
Charlotte
everywhere.
Pickering.
Peyton's everywhere. Peyton pulls everywhere.
I
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah.
I am still a little bit bitter that the two times that we were supposed to have met up, it didn't happen either time.
Oh
And so
wow,
I'm just like,
she's
man,
gotten
come
really
on,
good.
babe. I have to, and not even meet up on the table. Like I just want to
Yeah,
hang out with her, you
yeah,
know, because she's so fun. She's very much about the sport. She's very much, you know, about
yeah,
arm wrestling and just, you know, just she's just a fun person. What's up, Stan? How you doing?
yeah. She's getting good too. She's
Oh
getting
yeah.
really. Yeah,
Right.
I've watched her since I remember when she first started. She started around the same time as me, arm
Okay.
wrestling. And I didn't even know she was coming from Saskatchewan. I thought that because she pulled all Alberta tournaments her first year, pretty much.
Gotcha.
She was at like every single event, and I was like, "Who's this kid?" Right? And she was so good. Like she got good fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's on the up and up for sure. And then we got Leia. You know, we all know Leia.
Yes.
Leia's amazing. You're right. Like
Yeah, I'm
super
still. I'm
super
hoping
on.
like it's called. I've already put in a called, or I've put a bug in Dexter's ear that he needs to talk to his matchmaker about her
She
because I mean she's
deserves it. She
qualified.
qualified both
Yeah,
arms.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean they need to get
I'll
lightweight
bug
women
I'll
on the
bug
table.
Dexter. I'll
There
bug
you go.
Dexter.
Well, do it. Maybe
Yeah.
if we can all bug Dexter.
Yeah, we'll all bug him. We'll all bug him. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it was
Send us
nice
some
that
super chats on the Dexter Tan
yeah.
YouTube and let's get
That's what we
Leia on
gotta
the
do,
call.
actually. You know what? We gotta get you monetized so you can get memberships and super chats. Yeah.
I would love it. I would love it. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, yeah.
But no,
I'll
well,
start.
that's why I was asking you
I'll
about
help.
the programs that you guys use. So
Yeah.
definitely gonna. I'm actually working on that this weekend. See about getting some clips made and all that jazz to get
Yeah,
shorts
yeah.
out and all that stuff. So I mean, I
Yeah, just
just
pop up on my feed.
just your
Yeah.
knowledge. Like I just appreciate you guys. You know, not gatekeeping
Oh no, 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 no
and being
gatekeeping.
willing to help out. And you, I mean, that's just that's what the sport is all about. And I love that you guys really do that. You know, you put it. You don't just talk the talk. You walk the walk with helping
Yeah.
other people, and that's awesome.
Well, thanks, thanks. You know what? It's nice when it's noticed. It's that's the one thing about arm wrestling too. You put so much in, sometimes you don't really know. You know what I mean? Like I got award. Actually, I got an award. It's well, it's a big frame. It's a nice plaque up on my wall. It's the Spirit Award, and it's for and it was really nice too because I was really bummed out. I had a provincials 2 years ago. I tried to take a supplement, it kind of serves me right. I
Sure.
tried to take a supplement to help my energy levels for provincials, but it caused me to blow up really bad. So my first match, I put the guy through the table, I flashed him, but my hand blew up and it was not normal. It was almost had to go to the hospital. It was so bad. But I was so upset because I just couldn't do anything, right? I was really upset.
I'm
And then
sorry.
yeah, so then I'm all down and out, and then all of a sudden I get called up and they said we want to honor Brian Parliament with the Spirit Award. And it's in memory of I'm sorry, it's in memory of somebody important, but it's given for heart and dedication and everything you do, like that you put into the sport, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And when I got that, it was like, oh, I don't give a fuck about my arm. That made me feel like I was up here, like I was up here when I
Yeah,
got that award. And the whole, like when the province realized, you know what I mean, when they picked, I didn't even know about it. They nominated me and they all voted for me through all the clubs as the guy to get the Spirit Award. So I thought that
that's
was that,
amazing.
yeah, that one means a lot to me. That's one of
For
like I
sure.
got a few already awards and stuff, but like that one there it's like my number one so far. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and that's just, and I've gotten a couple of like staff member of the month, awards like as a
yeah,
teacher and stuff like that. But like I think it was 3 years ago, my students actually get, students' favorite teacher or students' funniest teacher. And my
yeah,
students had actually voted for me. And like that one,
yeah,
that's my favorite award that I've ever gotten. Like
yeah,
forget the arm wrestling for
yeah,
trophies, forget everything.
yeah,
Students' funniest teacher. that
yeah.
that's the
Yes,
one.
because yeah, but well, because you know that, you know what I mean, it had to be a majority, and you also know that like they see you, like
Yeah.
what I mean, like yeah, and it's like yeah, when I got that award it was like okay, you know what I mean, because I did do a lot that year I was so busy with arm wrestling I almost had a nervous breakdown. I did the East versus West qualifier that year. I just started the podcast. I was trying to compete. I had like 4 super matches. Like it was just a hectic crazy year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely something. Yeah, but
Well,
now
that's what
it's
I love about this sport is like, I mean, like for me, my first year, I did 18 tournaments. I did a bunch
yeah,
of super
I
matches.
did
I
12. I thought
started
that
the
was a lot. Yeah,
podcast. I did all this stuff. And, but so this year I really did. I took a step back and really looked at where I wanted to compete and like what I wanted to invest in.
yeah,
And that's what's so nice about it is you can either go, full on, throw everything at it, and
yeah,
and do good some places, do too poorly others, and it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Or you can take a step back and be just as involved
Mhm.
without, having to do it every single weekend.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah. Well, this injury kind of did it. So if it wasn't for the injury,
they gotta make
I,
for that choice
yeah,
for you.
and yeah, it made the choice for me. So, but now it's nice. Now I'm just back. I'm rehab. Like I'm doing 7. So basically, I do 3 to 4 days in the gym every week, but I do 7 days a week blood flow training. So, and the blood flow training really has made a difference in my healing. So the doctor thinks I'm 4 to 5 weeks ahead of schedule right now.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Good
and that's
job.
just yeah, it's just giving her, it's like when you hurt tendons, a lot of people don't realize tendons are very you can't just do nothing and a tendon heals. Like
Right.
a tendon only gets blood if it's being used. So if you
Right.
don't activate the tendon, no blood will go to the tendon. So tendons can linger and not heal, and actually you can just injure them worse down the road because they never heal properly. So it's
Right.
really important to do blood flow. Like blood flow, I'm talking just 2 pounds, maybe even at first, right? Whatever is manageable without too much pain. And a
Sure.
lot of times too, you're going to feel pain. It's like some guys are like, no, I lifted even a pound and it hurt. Well, yeah, it's just letting you know it's hurt. But I mean, 1 pound is going to rip it off on you. You know what? Just hold it statically. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you'll feel pain because it's telling you, hey, I'm hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's saying, don't do any more than this, right?
Right.
So just do that. You know what I mean? And next day do it. And then when it doesn't hurt, add 1 pound. You know what I mean? And that's how you do blood flow. You just very slow. You start at almost zero and you go up a half a pound, and you just go up slowly. You know what I mean? And you'll be
Right.
surprised how fast you can actually heal and recover doing it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very
Mm,
cool.
yeah.
So I think that we also wanted to shout out Mac is tomorrow. They have
Yes.
Mac
I
4.
got a promo
Um
code too.
yeah,
Yeah.
make sure I was gonna say, can you go ahead and type your promo code in the chat? So if you have not gotten the pay-per-view yet, it is at 5 Eastern Standard Time is what it said on the thing. So tomorrow
It's
night,
free.
Saturday
Yes.
night, if you don't have anything to do, make sure you tune in. They have two phenomenal ladies matches that I'm super excited about.
Yes.
Alan Ford, it will be out there pulling Artem, like Dan the Nightmare, fan of the show. We love him. He has a super match as well. So
We're okay again, me and Dan, so that's good.
good, good. Oh
Yeah,
shoot, I forgot about that. My
we
bad.
were
I can't keep
yeah,
up.
we were feuding really bad actually. Yeah. We were not
That was
friends
one
for
of
a
those
while.
things where I did not not purposely pay attention to
Oh
it,
no,
but
it's good. That's, you know,
I like both of you, so I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna change
yeah, yeah,
sides on this
yeah.
one.
You know, he's
So
born on, you want to know something? We
what?
butt heads, like we're good now. We made up, right? So,
Right.
but we butt heads so bad. And did you know we're born on the same day?
Not know that.
Yeah, October 30th. We're both born on Devil's Night. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's probably
Yeah.
why.
That's probably why. So I did put a promo code in the chat. So
Perfect.
if you haven't bought it yet, yeah, you can do that and I get a buck. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't want nothing. I just got a promo code. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. We
Yeah.
definitely. I sorry, I used mine on one of the ladies already, so I
Yeah.
apologize. But I definitely will share it out for sure,
Yeah.
so
Oh
that
yeah.
others can use it.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
then if I buy it for a friend, I'll use yours. I got you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it was nice. Ian goes, yeah, you're gonna have your own promo code for this one. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take it.
Love
So
it. Yeah,
yeah,
Ian and
loved it.
JJ are great. They're doing great things with Mac. I'm really proud of them for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I like all those guys. Matthias too.
Yeah,
They're Ian's a good friend. Like he's a good person. He's got a
yeah,
big heart. So like
100%.
yeah, so definitely buy the pay-per-view, that's support and the card. And we got our teammate Victor Beloff up against Clifton Erickson. That match is
Yes.
gonna be fire too, because they're both my friends,
You're
but
right.
Victor, he's my club member, Victor. So I have to go for
Okay.
if it wasn't for it being Victor, I'd be going for Clifton because Clifton's a
Right.
good friend of mine. Yeah, really
Yeah, I
good
was
friend.
gonna say I know Clifton's a very big fan of the show, friend of the show
Yeah,
for you guys
yeah,
for sure.
he is. Yeah, yeah. He's in a
I'm sure he
competition right now.
understands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He competes to yeah, he compete him and Sean Crowther. Yeah, they
Yeah.
compete for number one, yeah, podcast person, I guess. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, Clifton did a $50 super chat, and then Sean came in with 139 afterwards.
I
This is
saw it and
my
I was like,
podcast.
okay,
Yeah.
can we get some people feuding over at my show when I get
Yeah.
monetized,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, Clifton. You might have to. What number are you gonna do? Yeah, yeah. No, no. It's all fun and games. I mean, I don't actually want them spending their money like that. So, guys, I do appreciate it, but just small little ones are fine. You know what I
right?
mean? They
And if you're
help.
gonna do it, hit the Venmo, then YouTube doesn't get a cut.
They take a shit ton of YouTube. You don't even know.
No,
Wait,
I've
they,
heard it's a hefty chunk of what
it's
they
a
take.
hefty chunk. It seems like I got half of what went in. Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that sounds like TikTok.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, we'll take it anyway because we
Right,
are trying,
exactly.
we are putting it into events. So like any
I love
money
it.
we take, yeah, and all our event money is going back in too. So
Yeah.
it's gonna fund the podcast and it's going to fund the events and we're going to build a bank account that just funds everything, right?
No.
So
Yeah.
it'd be
And that's
really
what you got
yeah,
to do. And then that just goes to help the pullers in the long run. It helps the
yeah.
sport.
Better
It just helps
prizes.
everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I'm going to be talking maybe here in a few minutes. I might be talking to Ryan. I'm thinking about the opening event to have dragons. Like
Nice.
Winter Blast, but they'll
Yeah.
be a little different. They'll make them look different, right? Like so they're
Oh,
not Winter Blast, but they're still kind of it still has that
we should do
98%
dinosaurs.
feel. Yeah, maybe
Like Winter Blast can
dinosaurs.
have the
Yeah,
dragons and you guys
yeah,
can have
yeah. Yeah,
dinosaurs.
maybe. Yeah. But I was thinking, you know what I mean? It could be like
Oh yeah,
we can make it the Canadian Winter Blast though.
very true. Very true.
Yeah. Because our first event will be in the winter.
It would be like the true Winter Blast because you guys actually get winter.
Oh, it'd be like -30 out. Yeah. It'd be and 5 feet of snow. Yeah. So yeah, maybe.
You can ride your dragon out of there.
Yeah. So it might be, yeah, the Canadian Winter Blast, because officially we paid into the franchise, so there's
Yeah,
no reason we can't call it Winter Blast,
no.
you know. So
I
it'll
mean,
be
I like I'm gonna let Ryan handle his business. I'm not gonna have 2 cents into it. Like do what you do. Like
oh yeah,
I'm
no.
excited for him and what he's doing over there. I think that's really cool. And growing the brand and just
Well, I mean,
and making it very inclusionary for everybody. It's 98. It's 98%. So
yeah.
it's
Well, see, and that's the thing, right? So like now I think there's eight, we're up to eight now.
wow.
So that means 8 states pretty much.
Yeah.
So, and why not? Why not all come together, right? Like, and I'm still like, actually, there was a clause in our contract, and it said something about the promotion of other events and organize and all this kind of crap. And I had to get it removed because I'm like, because Chat GPT made the contract for Ryan, so it wasn't like he put it in there, but it was like, well, my whole podcast is based on promoting other people and their events, and I'm like, yeah, I can't, that ain't gonna work. You got to pull that one out because
Exactly.
I'm,
Well,
yeah,
and that's cool that was able to come out 100%,
right.
and I think, and Ryan of all people talks about that, like
Oh yeah,
we all have to be there for all of us,
yeah.
and and I know
Words
that.
don't help anybody. They
Yeah,
don't. No,
well, cool.
it just puts
Well,
up walls, segregates us.
yeah,
So,
see, I moved. Dang it.
oh, it's all good. Yeah. But you know what? It was awesome talking to you. And
It was great talking with you. I'm
yeah,
so glad we
yeah,
got to do this for sure. And 2026, come back
yeah.
on. We're gonna promote the crap out of your 4 events. I'm super excited for
Oh
you.
yeah, for sure.
And so we'll talk awards and weight classes and women's
Yeah.
classes and super matches and all the big things that you got coming up. And
Yeah.
so thank you so much for your time tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So,
Awesome. All right, well, guys, give me a few minutes and we're gonna trade out this awesome co-host with a slightly more pretty one. No offense.
no worries.
Miss Kaylee Jensen will be joining us here at 10 o'clock.
Okay, take care, everyone.